that had your interest in mind, because I never want to be the smartest person in the room, and I'm pretty damn smart. So I always want to surround myself with people that I can exchange information, people that I trust, that I can talk to. And one other thing, and I wanted to make, so that's to answer your question. And one other thing, and this is really important about attitudes toward money, because Lance kind of brought this up. He was talking about his car being on repo, and and that's funny, but it's not funny, because that's struggle builds character.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I will tell you, when I was down in Tallahassee, as the only black male reporter in Tallahassee at that time, back in the early 1990s, I was looking good because I bought my suits in Georgetown before I moved down here, but I was sleeping on the floor. Okay, until I had enough money to move my furniture down. We need to change our attitudes about money. We really, really do. I'm not big pimping like Lance, okay? But I will say this, and this is one of the best lessons I've always learned, and it's in two parts. And Lance knows this. I smoked for 20 years. When I was a student at Morgan, I smoked 3 packs a day. I quit smoking on November 13th of 2001. On October 30th of 2002, I bought my first house with the money that I saved from smoking.
That's very real.
Good job.
And just a little teeny weeny house. I still live in it because I live modestly. Because I don't need big pimping. It would be nice, but I got a child at school. The other thing, and this is about money also, and I joke with my dad, all the time about this. All this stuff, jewelry that I wear, that's TV money. It's not radio money. Okay. And I used to have a 7 Series BMW, but when gas got to $4 a gallon and I was commuting 100 miles a day round trip, those cars are performance cars. They are not meant to be driven that way, because every time you went to the BMW service center, you dropped $1,000. Oil change, $550. I bought a Honda. I was not as cute in the Honda as I was in the BMW. But the Honda is paid for.
There you go.
Okay?
There you go.
And the oil change is $35. And you can get an app with a coupon.
And it doesn't break down.
And it runs forever. My mortgage is $1,066 a month. You can't live in an apartment in DC for that kind of money. My house is brick and stone, 1938, original hardwood floors, 2 wood-burning fireplaces. I don't have central air because I bought the house in a rush because Uncle Sam was killing me. We have to change the way we think about money. Because if we don't, we're going to end up in the poorhouse. And you don't, having your car on repo isn't something for somebody in your 20s. It can happen to you in your 50s. And as we saw again, you just never know what's going to happen to the world. We could have another recession. You don't know what this guy in the White House is going to do, but you need to take advantage of his presence while he's there. And make sure that you change your attitude about money. My daughter, her mom is cheap. Love it. Okay? We ain't married no more. But that's another story. But, my daughter, when she was 14 and she wanted to go shopping, and we sat down and we had a conversation, she liked to go to Target. Okay? And that's when I started sitting down and talking to her about, you just don't give Target your money. Target needs to give you some money. She's like, Dad, what are you talking about? You can own a piece of Target. We started having the stock conversation when she was 14. Okay? Talk to your children about it. You've got to change the way we think about